and welcome back to the Poppy Palmer blog. This is video number 2 and today I'm going to be making vanilla cupcakes with a passion fruit buttercream icing, and they're one of my favourites, so I hope you'll like them too. Okay, so I've put my oven on to 180 degrees Celsius to start off with, and I'm using my KitchenAid again today because I prefer it, but you can use hand beaters or even a whisk. So I've put 185 grams of softened unsalted butter already in there, and I'm going to add 170 grams of caster sugar, and I'm also going to add some vanilla extract. I use about a teaspoon because it's quite strong. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is combine all of those together until they're nice and smooth. It will take about 5 minutes, so just bear with me. I'll turn the power on. Might work now. Okay, and just let that beat for the moment. If you want to stop halfway through and scrape down the edges, that's what I usually do as well. Okay, so my butter, sugar and vanilla has been whisking for about 5 minutes now, so I'm going to stop that. And I'm going to scrape down the edges of the bowl. Oh, it smells so good. I love vanilla. It shouldn't be grainy anymore. The sugar should be completely dissolved into the butter. And it should have gone a bit more pale. So I'm going to add 1 egg at a time to the mixture. And I'm going to beat that again. Do it quite slowly to begin with because you don't want the mixture to separate. And now I'm going to add another egg. No shell in there, that's good. And now I'm going to add the final egg. Okay, lovely. That is fully combined. Okay, so the 3 eggs have been combined into the mixture, and now I'm going to add 125 grams of cream cheese. I know it's not a usual ingredient in cupcakes, and it makes for a really nice texture when they're cooked. And I'm also going to add some passion fruit. I've squeezed out about 4 here, but I'm going to use about 3/4 for the topping. So we only need about 3 tablespoons for the actual mixture. That's so good. Alright, now I'm going to combine those gently, again, just for a few minutes. Okay, using my spatula, I'm just going to get all the batter off beater. Okay, and now for the dry ingredients. I've got 130 grams of self-raising flour, and I've also got 30 grams of plain flour. And I'm going to combine that into the mixture with 60 millilitres of milk, and I'm going to alternate it. So I'm going to tip in half of the flour and then a little bit of milk, and I'm just going to stir these together. We don't want to lose any of the air that the beating's done. Okay, so when that's combined, put the rest of the flour and the rest of the milk in and stir to combine. It should become slightly stiffer. Now I hate it when people bang on the sides because it loses all the air, so make sure you don't do that, especially when there's no baking agents in the recipe, apart from the self-raising flour. Okay, so now that is done, I'm going to fill my cases up. Soup. Okay, so this recipe should make about 12 decent sized cupcakes. So what I'm going to do is fill 1 heaped tablespoon at a time, and then I can go back and fill them all up again if I have any left over. The batter should be really light, quite fluffy. Over, so I'm going to go back and fill them up again, especially the small ones. And there, I'm going to use my spatula to get every last bit. That's a small one. Okay, once all the cases are evenly filled, I'm going to pop this into the oven. Once again, it's on 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. Okay, when those are done, they're going to cool on the side, and I'll show you how to make a really nice passion fruit buttercream. Okay, so my cupcakes have been in the oven for about 20 minutes. They took longer than I thought, so just watch them because every oven is different. So I'm going to go take them out, I'm going to put them on the side, and I'll show you how to make a really nice buttercream. They smell really nice. They're quite golden brown and haven't risen as much as I wanted them to. Maybe I should have filled them up a bit more. Okay. Lovely. Now, to make a buttercream, I've got 150 grams of unsalted butter, and it has to be room temperature, so it has to be really nice and soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to beat that until it's really light and fluffy. Okay, so my butter has been whipping for about 5 minutes and it's turned quite pale. So now I'm going to add 280 grams of icing sugar. I know that's a lot, but it's going to fill all the cupcakes, so that's alright. I'm going to put all of that in there. And I'm also going to put about a tablespoon of whole milk in there. Now you can always add later, you can't take it away, so don't add too much of the milk. Okay, now I'm going to put that back on to mix. Make sure you start really slowly, otherwise icing sugar will go everywhere. And when it's all combined, I'm going to add a tiny bit of vanilla. And then I'm going to whip it on a fast speed until it's sturdy. So, my buttercream's done. Excuse me, that was just too good. I'm going to add about half of the passion fruit that's left. So it's about maybe 1.5 just to the icing. And I'm going to cook that slowly for a few minutes. Now it should hold together so you can, when you pipe it onto the cupcakes, it will make a really nice shape. So get all of that off. And it should be really nice and pale. Scrape down the edges. It smells really nice as well. Okay, over here I've got a piping bag. And I've put a spiral nozzle on the end. It's quite a big one. And I popped it in a glass and folded down the edges. So it'll make it nice and easy to put the icing in by myself. Alright, so using a spoon, don't do too much at a time because the piping bag isn't that big and I don't want it to come out the top. Okay, so that should be enough at the moment. Now my cupcakes are really hot still, so I'm going to have to put this in the fridge and wait till they're cool. And then I'll show you how to make a really nice pattern. Okay, so I've left my cupcakes on the side about an hour and I've cooled these in the fridge very nicely, so I can show you how to do the butter icing. So you can place it down on the table. You can come in a bit closer. So I've got my piping bag straight up. I'm going to squeeze it from the top down and then I'm going to go around outside and like that. Again, down and around, like that. And it should give a nice pattern. Now I'm only going to go to do 2 today, because I don't have time to do everything, but usually I do all of them, and I leave them in the fridge to set for a little while. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's blog with my vanilla and passion fruit buttercream cupcakes. Next week I'm going to be doing something else, I might go for a bit of savoury. So I hope you enjoyed today's blog, and if you liked any of the products that I'm wearing or use, don't hesitate to ask me. Thanks guys, bye!